What's going on, guys? It's your homie Usman Unchained, and in this video I'm going to share with you 3 ways to 10x or even 100x your mental health completely for free. Now, this is no BS, okay? This is real. These are things that have worked for me, and these are things that can work for you, and they're completely free. You don't have to spend any money on these things because they are within you. And so without further ado, let me get on with the first one. And if there's some value that you get from this video, make sure that you hit the notification bell and subscribe. Leave a like on the video too. Number 1, you've probably heard this before, and it is the big old M. I've been meditating now for 11 years. Now, meditation is underrated. I've been practicing for about 10, 11 years. And I can tell you that this is one of the most valuable tools in my life to this day. The peace and the bliss that I get to experience in meditation is like no other. Okay, I was raised as a Muslim. I never experienced the peace and the bliss that I experienced with meditation, with the standard Islamic practices. Now, that's not in any way to put Islam down. That is just because I acknowledge now that my teachers weren't the deepest. My examples around me weren't the deepest of practitioners. Okay? Islam is deep, and Islam promotes meditation. So meditation allows us to transcend the mind. What does that mean? That means that thinking voice, that chatterbox inside your head. It means it's not you. But you don't know that it's not you until you sit and observe it, okay? Until you create some separation between yourself and the voice within your head. In normal day-to-day life, we're not creating that space. We have a thought, we act on it. We have a thought, we react to it. We have a thought, we criticize it or judge it or indulge in it. But when we meditate and we bring our attention to something else, intentionally we focus on our breathing, for example, which is not the be all and end all of meditation. There are different levels, okay? This is one level, breath awareness. Every time you come back to the breath, you're doing a rep for your mind, okay? You're strengthening and sharpening your mind. And when you sharpen that mind, you can see clearly the reality. The reality is that you are not your mind. You are not your thoughts. You are the observer of those things. And so it will bring great peace to your life if you begin meditating. If you haven't started already, do it. If you're doing it already, refine it, simplify it, okay? If you're using guides, take guides away, right? If you're dependent on a specific tool to help you meditate, take it away, yeah? I'm all about monk-style meditation, very simple meditation. So that is number 1. Let us get on to the next one. The next is journaling. Now, why is journaling so powerful? And how can you journal, especially if you're not really sure about where to start? Okay. I've journaled again for years, 10, 11 years. There's been some periods where I've done it more, and there's some periods where I've done it less. I'll tell you this, the single most beautiful benefit from journaling is self-discovery. What you learn about yourself is so deep, right? In the mind, thoughts are abstract. They're all over the place, okay? They're not concrete. And so one thought comes, but if I was to ask you, what was you thinking 5 minutes ago, you probably couldn't tell me. When you journal, if I asked you what was you thinking yesterday or 4 months ago, you'd be able to tell me, okay? So this takes the abstract and puts it onto physical, concrete form, the pen and the paper, yeah? And when you start to inquire into yourself, you use journaling for self-inquiry. You say, why am I thinking this? Why am I feeling this way? Why am I feeling this way? Why am I caught up in this pattern of behavior? What's the pattern? Let me pick it apart piece by piece. Let me analyze it. Let me inquire into that. You might find some very interesting details, okay? So journaling is extremely powerful for self-discovery. When you learn more about yourself, everything is better. You're just happier in life. You understand why your mind is operating the way that it is, and once you understand it, you can do something about it, okay? Once you understand it, it's not like there's something wrong with you. Because if you struggle with your mental health, you might have been made to believe that there's something wrong with you, but there's nothing wrong with you. Just continue to learn about yourself, inquire into yourself, learn about yourself. And one of the best, most powerful benefits of this, self-knowledge, self-discovery, is that the more you learn about yourself, the more you understand others. Because we're all very similar. Now, they might not be ready to receive advice based on your understanding of yourself and them, but that doesn't matter. What matters is that you can understand them, and that means you'll be less triggerable. Okay, if you can understand why someone's done something and why someone is operating in a particular way, you're much less likely to get emotionally triggered and knocked off your center. Okay, so journaling gives you resilience and emotional intelligence as well. Let's get on to the next one, which is the practice of gratitude. Now, what do I mean by this? I'm not much of a gratitude journaler. Yeah, I'm not really into that. What I'm into is just bringing my attention to the thoughts that I can have that are grateful thoughts and practicing it, okay? So if I find myself just in a bit of a negative mood, negative mindset, what I'll do is I'll just practice being grateful. Or if something happens in my life, in my day, that is challenging, I'll look for things within the situation that I can be grateful for. So for example, one of the things that I'm struggling with at the moment and have been struggling with until now is sales. Learning sales, getting sales, enrolling clients. I specialize these days in helping people with addiction, and I've been an addict, smoking weed all day, binge eating, porn, video games, YouTube all day. And I can tell you that the psychology of a person who is addicted is very challenging to sell to, because there's a lot of excuses. There's a lot of excuses to stay addicted, right? To just stay in addiction. It's comfier, it's more attractive. And so that's one of the things that I'm struggling with and have been until now. And so for me, I'm grateful. I say thank you. Thank you for this challenge, because what am I going to get from this? This isn't BS, this is real. Is that I'll learn sales. I'll learn how to communicate my message, the importance of making that change. I'll learn how to communicate and relate to the people that I'm working with and the people that come to me for help. So much better, so much deeper, and therefore my impact goes up. Okay? Praise be. So I'm grateful for the challenges. What are some of the challenges in your life that you're grateful for, and why? Think about how those challenges are going to shape you through inspiring you to learn, through creating the necessity for you to grow and develop. Yeah? You see, the challenge is something that we can be thankful for. We can practice being grateful for. And there's a bunch of other stuff that isn't a challenge that we can be grateful for. The clouds, the animals, the wind, the air, a roof over our heads, eyes, ears. So much that we can be grateful for. Now, why is this important? Because the mind, especially in the society that we live in, it would probably be different if we were left in nature to our own devices. We probably, you know what, I say that we probably wouldn't have so many negative thoughts, but it's probably not true. You see, the mind is naturally going to move towards negative thoughts. Why? Survival. If you was out in nature, be thinking about predators, okay? Now, we've worked to make, the strong men of the last 100 years plus have made an infrastructure that allows us to have genuine safety. And so there is no predator coming, at least not now, in this part of the cycle. And so to practice gratitude is to bring our awareness to that which is good about life right now, and there's plenty. And if we don't do that, our prehistoric, kind of older ancestral programming comes in, and it's looking for predators. It's in fear, it's scared, it's negatively biased by nature. So we are wired to think negatively. We're in a time right now where we can think positively and we can feel the benefits of that for our mental health, but also the inspiration that gratitude gives us to act in ways that are productive, ways in which we get to contribute to the lives of other people. Because just think of it like this: if you're in a state of gratitude, are you going to be motivated to give? Are you going to give to that homeless guy on the street? Yeah. Are you going to work on your business? Are you going to work on your graft? Are you going to put in the work regardless of what your profession is? But if you're in a state of fear, guilt, shame, apathy, are you going to feel motivated to do those things? Are you going to feel more motivated to just put your hand in your pants and get busy? Staying at home, self-medicating, isolating yourself, making yourself lonelier and lonelier, binge eating, or just distracting yourself with screens. Okay? So just know this, right? If your mental health is challenged right now, you are not alone and you are not broken. There is nothing wrong with you. You've been given a challenge. Get grateful for it, because once you practice these things and your mental health starts to flip in the other direction, you start to feel great about life, you're going to have a story to tell. Okay? You're going to have a story to tell. And you'll understand yourself so much better. You'll access levels of peace like never before with meditation. And you'll be so grateful for everything that you have and everywhere that you're going and everything that you've learned. So make sure to watch this video up here. Like the video, hit the notification bell, subscribe, share it with a homie that you think might need it. Feel free to drop any comments. What are 3 things that you are grateful for? Get detailed, share them, and inspire one another. Much love. Stay strong, stay healthy, stay sharp. Peace.